Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to RC Mechanic. We're going to lock the differential. Alright, so here's the locker for it, and a lot of times you'll find that the low-C rock ray is, well, not even a lot of times. It'll just be the same one. Alright, so you can exchange, if you want to lock the front diff on your twin hammers, you can exchange it. The low-C rock ray is the same. Okay, so what we need to do is take these tires off, get the axles out. We need to get into here, right here. Alright, and I'm going to try to get these axles apart, pull these pins before I lose them. So it's been a while since I've taken this thing apart, so by no means am I an expert, but it looks like what I need to do is take this piece off, and on this front skid plate right here, let me take these two screws out. So that's off. Now I can get at the front. There's a plate right here that keeps these pins for the independent suspension from coming out, so I need to take them off. Alright, so this plate's off right here, and now I can get access to the pins inside. But I see there's a couple more screws on the side. Once we get this plate off, I think I can just push those pins out. Well, there we are. Sorta. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2. Trying to keep everything together here so I don't lose it. I needed to disconnect this sway bar. So just 4 screws holding that together. I'm probably going to have to go to the instructions that I still have and remind myself how to do this. I think the sway bar is free, mostly free. I got a link here. So sway bar should be free now. There we go. Alright, so all I really need is to get this right here apart. Took these 4 screws out right here, and basically just pull this off and pull the spool out, and right here there's 4 screws, or yeah, 4 screws that I have to take out, and the locker should be inside there. Alright, so I had to resort to one of my older tools for that. Most of the time, these right here, they come in a 4 set, you know, the most common size that you would need. So, in this case, that's not really true. All of these are out, so I just go ahead and I'll just pull that apart. And you'll see 4 gears, 4 small gears in there. So we'll go ahead and just pop them out. Alright, so since it's been a while since I've taken this apart, I tell you this right here. This gear goes on here. It's kind of a press fit. It just kind of pushes it in. Actually, it's not even press fit. It's just kind of like, it's just hard to get out after it's been there a while. So, and that's the same on both ends. That would be the same on the other end of this. As you can see, I already put the locker in here, and it's not going anywhere. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if I can pop this out again. And of course I couldn't find my build instructions, so had to figure it out. So there's an O-ring down in there that when it's not locked, it keeps the oil in there, but it's not necessary when you have a locker. So just go ahead and slap that together. As you can see, it is not going anywhere, right? So then we just have to line up the holes and screw these back together again. Alright, so once you get one lined up, the rest of them should line up as well. However, it's always been my basic rule of thumb to never tighten everything down till everything's you know, where it should be. So I'm going to continue with that. Get them all at least started before I go and tighten everything down. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back with you. I got this all screwed together. I put a little bit more lube in here. All I gotta do now is basically go ahead and reassemble it. So let me go ahead and get that done. I'll be back with you. We'll finish this. We'll get the front end locked today. Alright, so I went ahead and I put this all together, cage and all. I know I said I wouldn't, but I did manage to go ahead and test it, make sure everything worked, and it does. New steering servo right up in here, right? Okay, so these servos are, well, they're relatively cheap, okay, and which is okay with me. I mean, they're a little noisy, I get it, but let's go ahead and plug it in, and I'll show you how everything works. So we got good steering now. I'll show you what I did here in a minute on that. I had to modify it. I actually found the old steering horn, which doesn't seem right. If you look at it right here, this one here is the original, which is all stripped. If the camera will pick it up, you can see that there's no splines left. This is the type of servo horn I put on here. What I did is I just went and cut it off right here, drilled a hole right through here to shorten it, because the way this was before is that this arm would hit on this top bracket right here, and that wasn't good. And when the steering, when we go left or right, it wouldn't center because it was hitting. But now it's working great. Okay, I like these. They're not very expensive. Here we go. I like these because they're not very expensive, and modifying one is you know, it's not going to hurt that bad. So I would just hate to go ahead and, you know, modify an expensive steering horn, because that would just suck. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to show you how it runs. As you can see, we have now low speed control. First and second gear. It has some decent wheel speed. I won't know until I try it, but if I need to, I'm just going to leave the panels off right now. If I need to, I can always go in on this side right here and change out that pinion. Maybe go to the bigger one. You know, I like that. I like how this is working. I think this will make it a lot more crawlable. If I want it to be more of a speed truck, like I said, I can go ahead and just, you know, go to a bigger pinion. That's second gear. first gear, second gear. Now, what the heck's going on here now? Uh-oh. Maybe I did something wrong. Alright, so the front is all locked now. Was supposed to be locked. I got the shocks all re-oiled up and all that, so we're good there. I don't think I got a pin in right. Alright, so either way, I got the locker in. I guess I screwed up something, but I'm gonna like how this works. I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, I like this part because a 3800 kV motor in it before. Alright, we have a 2300 kV hobby wing in here now, and yeah, I'm liking it. I'm just gonna have to go in and see what I screwed up. I'm not gonna do that on camera, but I will fix it. And the next time when we work on this thing, it's gonna be basically I'm gonna give it a facelift, right? Do something different with these panels right here. I have something in mind, something I've never done before. So anyway, I left a guard for the spur gear off just so I could work on it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do as far as this servo right here goes. I may go with a mini that is supposed to be on here to begin with, but so I can put the interior in. Alright, so hey, if you like this video, please leave a comment, give me a like, dislike, whatever, and there's gonna be more coming from this one. I would run it today, but it's really raining outside and wet, and we went from negative temperatures to almost 60 and just raining all the time. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment on anything I've done here, whether you like what I've done or not, and Sergeant Mechanic, I'll catch you next time. There's gonna be more to come.